Welcome back to the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about the NewAge Gorgo recolors and see-through. It's the H63T clear and the H63V, the green version of G2. And I did get this at Showzy store. I'll have a link down below where you can get yours and TH review code to help the channel out. Now, I'm going to look at these. We're going to compare these to the original G2s, originally in the original like 1990 something, and show the boxes. The packaging is pretty close and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna get into looking at this. This is the second time I've taken a look at this mold. Fantastic mold. NewAge did a good job. Is it better than Magic Square? Well, you've already learned that from the first video I made on these, but let's get into looking at this and more coming up. Alright, so here they are in their packaging, and there's the G2, there is the clear, and this does have kind of a G2 look to it right here. Now, the G2 stuff was on a card back with a blister, I believe. I remember seeing it. Actually, I do remember seeing it, but it's kind of a nice homage, even though they're going to keep the same box. And then this here, it's clear, and I'm sure that this is, I get a feeling of kind of a Diaclone feeling to it, but not really sure. Anyway, there's the packaging. There they go. Alright, here they are out of the packaging, and this is what they look like, and they look pretty good. First of all, the clear one, it's interesting because of the different colors of the clear. I always like that. And then the G2 one, the green, feels like it's holiday colors, and I'll probably say it a few times, but I'm not really sure how they decide to pick which G2 color to go with, but I like the green, so it'll work. And I guess I should check, maybe the other one's going to come out in red. Is that how it's going to work out? One way or another? We'll get to comparisons, and I'll show you why that is even a concern or a question of mine. So, moving this around to this way, this is the side of them. So, looking at this clear one, so we have clear yellow, kind of a clear frosted, a clear white, and so there's three different clears. Clear red. That is so interesting. I like it when they do that. I like stuff like that. That is really, really kind of cool. And I guess I need to fold the toes all out on it so he has his toes. But yeah, pretty cool. Just interesting look to it. There is still paint. There's paint apps even on the clear. So it's some red, some black. Black right here. Or it's just kind of charcoal. So cool stuff. Now I do think that we see more things like where it screws in the horns and stuff. Some more of the how the sausage is made kind of stuff going on with that one. Here we go. Now I want to look at the back, and yes, you can still see the screws where that's screwed in. Well, it's not even the horns. It's just how this piece is connected, I guess. But anyhow, you see stuff like that in here, but it's not as noticeable on the vac metallized piece. Now I do love the vac metal that they used, and I do like that there's a clear head to it, the clear dome. And I am going to be kind of curious when we start looking at these side by side with the actual G2 ones, how that pans out. So it goes on in here, but still, yeah, pretty cool. Now we do have some paint apps right here, this digital looking stuff, some circuitry and all that. This does have the clear tail to it, so there's some clear stuff in all of this. There was in the EX also. So looking pretty cool, looking pretty good. Let's get into some of these accessories because I didn't have them with the first one. Alright, so with the clear one, they refer to it as H63T, and he has this kind of energy thing that happens in one of the episodes where he just powers up the horns, and I don't know, I don't remember. I remember I saw the episode, and now I can't even remember what he was doing with all this, but it fits the episode, it works, it looks good, it's pretty cool. But this is one of the accessories that you didn't get if you bought just the standard EX one. And then he comes with a few other accessories, which are what we're used to getting, but nothing really is going to help in this mode. You got some charcoal clear hands, open splayed, and fists, which he's going to need one of those. And then he just comes with a gun. So that's all he gets for accessories. Moving into the green one. And for the green guy here, all of his accessories are pretty much for bot mode. So we will get to explore all those in bot mode, but if you wanted to, if you're buying multiples of these, I mean, obviously this could go on to here also. It's not, well, it is, you gotta line it up, but yeah, you could do that. And gun, sword, I think it's all the same colors. We'll see that when we get to bot mode. All right, let's get all this in frame here. First thing I want to talk about is the difference between the colors. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they did it back in the day, but I know that collecting along the way, I found green and red G2 versions. And with that, feels kind of Christmassy, doesn't it? It's kind of fun. So they chose green with this one, and I'd have to look it up. Probably going to go red when they do, was it Snarl or something like that? But we'll see that here in just a bit. But they did kind of copy pretty much everything. You've got red here, you've got the clear, you got the gold, you've got the back metal, you've got this here. They back metaled this. This was only painted on the vintage. You've got the gold here, and then clear on the tail. Clear on the tail. And so they copied all that. Clear here, clear here. They went ahead and just painted that. They didn't put those as clear. Or unless this is, yeah, it's all just painted. So some things are slightly different, but the color scheme. I want to point out, though, I do like the look of NewAge's better than the look of the vintage or the G2, because the green is deeper and it is painted a little, it's like a sheen to it, to where this feels a little bit flat. But, I mean, you can't deny the charm of the vintage G2 one. Let's bring in something else, though. Here goes, is it Snarl? I've really got to look it up, but anyway, this is the G2 color variations of them, so I think when this one comes out, it'll probably be in red. I think. I'm guessing. Unless it already came out and I just missed it. Anyway, I kind of think it's fun. I don't think the vintage, like the G2 stuff's actually any more expensive than a G1 counterpart and getting the original. I think they're kind of cheaper. And I remember seeing these on the shelves in the 90s for $10. And so with that, wished I would have picked them up, but I was like, that's not my Grimlock. That's not my Dinobots. Nowadays, I find it kind of fun to get the recolors. And I really wished I would have gone with their G2 Grimlock from NewAge. But the problem is that they've got two different colors of G2 Grimlock from back in the day. But NewAge G2s are sold out, and it is what it is. But you can sub in, let's go ahead and sub in Mr. Clear here, just for fun. What does he compare to? Well, I've got Swoop in bot mode. We'll look at this clear one next to Swoop. I just kind of plug them into the rest of them. But there we go. That's where it's at. And since I'm giving all the G2 the love in this video, let's give this clear one some love with a comparison to the Magic Square. Give it some magic here. And it does seem like the Magic Square bot mode or alt mode looks pretty clean, very G1, but as you can see, very little sheen to it, very little actual real paint on it. It's just dyed plastic. But it does kind of evoke the look of the cartoon. And this one over here looks like it's got a whole lot more going on. It still feels like NewAge puts out a more premium product in presentation-wise. And I still stand by what I've said in the first place, that NewAge's dinos, I think they're winning the dino war. That's all there is to it. Now, although I'm not saying Magic Square is bad, I just feel like NewAge's present so much better that they're winning. Anyway, there it goes. Alright, here they are in their robot modes, and transformation is, well, still the same. So I guess I should be getting good at it after doing it so many times. But they both look pretty good. And of course the mold is good. It's a pretty solid transformation, solid mold. Looks good in both modes. And with that, now you notice the lack of sword on the clear one because he has the energy device, whatever that is. And with that, he's got the same number of accessories, just they took a sword away. He doesn't get a sword because he gets something else. He's got something special. But let's start by looking at the G2 one and getting a closer look. I do like this paint, and I do believe it is all tampograph paint. None of this is stickers. But man, I got it on the shoulder there, the thigh, the lower leg there, and the gold in the feet, carry over from the back, chin. You see some back metal still there. All that's still there. Standard transformation for a Dinobot, but good looking stuff. Now he's got that nice translucent sword. No, it does not light up. This is kind of a feature that doesn't usually exist in Legends, but nice and clear. And no bubbles. No bubbles in that clear stuff. And then this gun, which I believe is the same exact color as the original release, but I'll have to do that comparison here in a minute. Now I'll get to the clear one, which I like doing this with the clear. Let me go grab that holochrome thing. It came with a Star Wars figure, those holochrome Star Wars collection. got it on sale, and so I use it on him. Not really sure if the effect's going to work very well with this guy, but are we able to see some glowing? Probably not really illuminating him the way I would like it to, but I'm sure you can figure out in a display how to get this guy to just really shine in a really bright display. Anyway, moving on to looking at him the rest of the way. His gun is clear, so as opposed to this gun over here, which is solid. It's similar in color. It's kind of a clear white, just like the horns and all that kind of stuff. But this is where I really like that they used all the different colors in clear. They kept this piece solid because probably, I don't know, a choice that they made. So some pieces are still solid. This chest piece is still solid. His face, he does have paint on his front lower part here and his eyes. And then, so the paint that we already saw before carried over, and new paint on the knees that is green. And I think that's all I see that's new paint that we didn't see in the dyno mode. But yeah, all the different colors carrying through, looking pretty good overall. I did put the fists on him. Also, they both come with displaying fists with hands, which I don't really use, but these are clear, translucent. With enough light, you can beam through all of that. But yeah, there they are, looking pretty good. Let's get into some quick articulation just because. I'm going to do the articulation on the G2 one. We're always worried about the clear plastic. Although it feels solid, there's nothing wrong with it. So head side to side, you can go up and a little bit down, actually, believe it or not. And because he is taller than the rest of them, he's got to look down a little bit. So coming up here, we got just the 90, but you can always cheat and do stuff like this. So that works. And then you have the butterflies, which is outstanding. And I just knocked my hand off. So you've got bicep swivel, double joint at the elbow. And then as you can see, since it plugs in, you do just get the swivel on the hands. And I could probably just put a splayed hand in there to show that off, but I didn't. All right, waist swivel, a Magic Square-esque ab crunch, and then it has hiding hip flaps as you go up here to about the 90. Back stops by this backpack. You can move the backpack or articulate a little bit, get a little more out of it, and then right at the 90 to the side. All of this is on friction. Thigh swivel, nice decal, that well, not decal, paint at there. A little bit past the 90 on the knee, just stops itself, gets in its own way. And then all the stuff with the foot, and all that fun stuff with the foot. Now again, if you want to see the transformation, you can watch my other video that I already had the transformation in, because I've already done it with the first one. Now, for comparison. Alright, we got a bunch of comparisons, so let's get on with it. Now, I do not have his accessories on him. I'm not even sure if I have them, but that's something I'll be working on in 2025, hopefully. Now, looking at this, I want to do this side by side so you can see the decal sticker versus the tampograph. And you can see how that's, let's make sure that all gets in there real good. And then we have the tampograph here, the decal sticker there. So they did match it pretty darn close. And then here we go with that. So it's close, but way cleaner, way nicer looking on there. And then, of course, this here, which I didn't even notice if they have that on the dyno leg. But the dyno leg's tucked away because it's a much better mold. Where we came from, where we're going, let's see what else we got going on here. This is really all we got in the G2 department back in the day that I remember with these three color schemes. So versus the Grimlock, and there we go. Now there are two different colors of blue and Grimlock, but this is the blue I think that NewAge went with. And with that nice looking little team, you can mix and match these with your G1 if you want to. And let's be clear, there's the clear one if you want to take a look at that one too. So an idea for size comparison, if you do Magic Square, this is Magic Square stuff, and I have to say these are still big. This is NewAge big, and okay, these are G1, just pointing that out, but pretty good size overall. And a different comparison shot that maybe I'll use this for the clickbait. Here they are with the rest of the team so far, what they've done. I guess they've only got one. Does they only have one left? They have one left. And there it is. It's a nice looking team that they have assembled and put together so far. Really like the NewAge ones. I mean, I'm in on both NewAge and Magic Square, but I'm in on multiples on NewAge. Obviously, Magic Square's not doing multiple color variations yet. Here they are versus the first one. In the middle there is the first one that came out. And, well, not the first one. The EX. So the first one I reviewed was the EX. First one they came out with was Cartoon. And I actually had pre-ordered that when I canceled it when the EX came out. They also have an EXR or something that was like double the price or another $50 or something, like 125 or something. But this was the 670, so I went with that one. Anyway, there is comparison. And here they are with Clear Swoop. And yeah, I'm definitely in on the clear stuff. I think it's cool. The colors that they use to make it look just right, in my opinion. And yeah, they've done a pretty good job with the clear ones so far. And I'm in on all of them now. Sadly, it's expensive, but they are really awesome. And I don't know when they'll swing back around and do anything like this again. Which actually, they do a whole bunch, and just a whole bunch of recolors and stuff, and then I don't think they do reissues down the road. We'll see about that. But anyhow, pretty cool looking overall. Alright, so this is my look at the NewAge Legendary Heroes Dinosaur Forces Gorgo. The 63T Clear, the 63V Green G2. And what do I think? Yeah, I think they're great. The mold's good. The figures are great. I mean, it's the same figure in different colors. And I've decided I'm in on EX, Clear, and G2 of all of them. I want to dive into more stuff, but I'm not going to dive into more stuff. This is kind of as far as I'm going to go with all of this. And with that, I kind of wish I would have gotten Swoop in the EX also, but did not do that. So, well, I've got a link down below where you can get this at Showzy store. Put a TH in the reviewer code, support your reviewer to help the channel out. But I'm curious what you guys think about this. Are you in on any of these? And what do you think of them painting these 6 different colors? And then maybe we don't get them again in the future. Like, subscribe. Today's Hanger out.